What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a dream catcher read for the sign of Pisces. Okay, Pisces, you guys are second during Group 3 Zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So, just to give you guys a heads up, this is going to be the last of the Dreamcatcher Read series. The readings will still be available on my channel. You can just look at my playlist and look up Dreamcatcher Reads, and you'll find them all there. I think we'll be coming close to under 100. It's time for the energy to shift. Seems like it has. And another reading will be taking its place. I'll be working on a new spread. After you guys, I will be on kind of a vacation, if you will. I'll be dropping readings every now and again, very sporadically. So to hold you guys over, I suggest you go and check out the channel. There's plenty of readings to look through for whatever your needs are to hold you guys over. Okay, until I come back. Usually. So far since I've been on the channel, I've pretty much been leaving around close to Thanksgiving and coming back around February, like the beginning of February. But like I said, sporadic readings still as the energy calls for it. Okay, so nonetheless, let's talk about your pre-read. Okay, before I got started recording. Okay, shuffled all the decks and protected the main one with an amethyst. Okay. Um, Cards that came up primarily in the main deck were Nine of Swords, Two of Wands, Judgment, and Temperance. Okay, those four cards gave me the energy of someone possibly, in the Pisces collective, worrying about something you've either said or did to someone that they possibly may have misconstrued or twisted the words or took it the wrong way, or maybe it rubbed them the wrong way, and kind of worrying about if that may, mess you up later on. Okay. And so with the Temperance card coming out, I would just be, of course, kind of mindful with your wording, kind of, test the waters in a way. In the sense of, not in the sense of digging, the hole deeper if you feel like you've dug it deeper. Especially, I'm feeling like a new energy, if you will, like someone you're possibly talking to or just started connecting with, possibly. And so, trying not to make a bad first impression, if you will, okay? So, just be mindful, kind of test the waters, and, maybe gradually let it come up. Okay. That's all I can suggest. That's primarily what I got before getting into your reading. Okay. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to take off the amethyst. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. All right. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe so that way you can be notified when I do a reading for your sign. Okay. If you're already part of the channel, I truly appreciate not just you, but everyone's patronage to the channel. Okay. So we do have Swords energy here. Okay. Page of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Okay. So kind of, lighthearted communication, feeling kind of stuck, not sure where to go. Okay. In the sense of your words, possibly. Okay. Kind of feeling, I don't know, with this person kind of being in a bubble, maybe feeling isolated. Okay. Is possibly where you're at right now, Pisces. Okay. Or maybe it's in your subconscious. Okay. Knight of Cups. Sharing your emotions about the situation possibly could help to relieve some of that pressure. Okay. One thing I would suggest to you guys, Pisces, okay, House of Wands. Being very grounded in your desires of what it is that you are dreaming of or trying to obtain. You have to know your audience. Okay, that's the best thing that I can tell you when it comes to talking with people and kind of not really putting on a full-on mask of who you truly are, but just reining it in a little bit, Pisces, okay? Especially with people who are new, okay? What you're naturally known to do, just rein it in a bit, okay, until people get to know you, okay? It's not putting on a facade, it's not putting on a mask, because you're still being you, you're just refraining a little bit. That's all I'm asking of you, okay? That's all you have to do. But to be a totally different person, that would be asking too much of you, okay? Not asking you to do that, just asking you to just tone it down a bit, okay? That's the temperance, okay? That came out before during your pre-read, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with you guys. One from the top, which is where your energy is. One from the bottom, which is the energy of the situation and or person that you're dealing with. And then one energetically from the middle. And I think I'm going to go with this one here, okay? Multiple energies on the Pisces collective. So remember, you guys, you know, the readings are meant to be for sun signs, okay? So if you're a Pisces sun, this is supposed to be for you. However, not every reading is going to be full on for you, okay? That's why I tell you to take what resonates and pass the rest, okay? Others can be sharing your energy, okay? As far as someone who has a placement with Pisces in it, okay? So if their fifth house has Pisces and that's important to them, their energy is going to be sitting on this reading, okay? Or any reading for that matter, okay? Just an example, all right? So let's go ahead, take that into consideration anytime when you watch my readings, all right? And take what you can and leave the rest, okay? So let's get started. Your energy is sitting in the Empress, okay? Earth energy, in my opinion. Then we have the energy of the situation and or person in the Sun, okay? Some form of enlightenment, okay? Then the energy between you and the situation and or person is leading to Three of Swords, okay? Unfortunate, okay? But nothing that can't be, again, tempered, okay? So, your energy, Empress, okay? The creative one, if you will, okay? The nurturing one. As you can see, the Empress is holding a baby that is glowing. The Empress is always shown as, you know, pregnant, usually, but it doesn't have to mean full-on true pregnancy. It could be the birth of creation, okay? As far as being very attuned, if you will, okay? You have all this harvest here, okay? And I find the Empress to be the counterpart to the Emperor, which are his boss-like status on both, okay? But the Empress does the creating, the Emperor does, you know, the delegating, if you will. The very determined one, things of that nature, ownership, exactly. So, with that being said, this is where your energy is. Now, you could be moving in this light right now, where you are at the top of maybe your circle or job, things of that nature, okay? So that's where you are now. Enlightenment is where the situation and or person is. You have the Sun, okay? The Sun is here, very masculine, okay? Having all the planets kind of revolving around him, okay? With this beam of light in their hand, a compass below him, okay? Things can go any kind of way, okay? But it's very bright, all right? And like I said, holding at least one of the planets here in the other hand, okay? And so, again, maybe a sense of control, okay? And maybe enlightening yourself of maybe taking too much control of things, okay? Manipulation, things that we talk about with Pisces, okay? Sometimes you manipulate a situation in the sense of just to see what people may do, even though you already know what they're going to do, okay? Um, Very high on intuition. You're a water sign, just like your other counterparts. You can pretty much be kind of intuitive when it comes to emotion, okay? Now, messing with this in a way, whatever it is that you are doing, can possibly lead to some heartache, okay, with these Three of Swords, okay? This woman is here with 3 swords. Tears here, okay? One side of her face is dark and kind of grayed a little bit, in my opinion. And then the other is light with tears, okay? Hand on the heart space, obviously trying to protect it from these swords coming down to pierce the heart, okay? Now, this is Libra energy, okay? Holding in this swords energy of air. Um, be mindful, like I said, okay? It could backfire in someone maybe very important, like I said at the beginning with your pre-read, someone taking what you said the wrong way or rubbing them the wrong way, and you possibly feeling bad for it, okay? In the sense of not wanting someone, of who's very maybe important to you feeling a certain way about you, okay? You didn't want to come off that way. And so this person's opinion obviously means a lot to you, okay? And so now there's this enlightenment of, what you did, maybe how you did it, maybe how you came off, okay? And possibly trying to fix it in a way if it is able to be fixed, okay? I can't really see past this. I'm not going to try too much. We'll see what comes out in the rest of your reading, okay? But that is the gist. Now, let's get into what the focus of Pisces should be. What is the focus that Pisces should have right now? Main focus between you and the situation as well, okay? We'll pull 2 cards. I'm doing a light shuffle here. One from the top and one from the bottom. You can take both of those messages for yourself, Pisces, or you can put them towards the situation and or person. I'm going to go ahead and part by 3s. And one from the top and one from the bottom. Whatever colors are in the cards that are pulled, I usually associate with chakras. So whichever one I mention, you may need to work on that chakra, okay, as far as aligning, or if it's completely closed, reopening it, okay, any blockages, things of that nature, if you're a metaphysicalist, okay, or spiritualist. Let's start off with this first message, which is breathe. I did see breathe, I will say, while I was shuffling pre-read for you guys, but it didn't really resonate with me to really mention in the beginning of your reading, okay? So breathe, one that came out before, you kind of have a pair of lungs here, okay? Throat chakra, all right? It's easy for me to return to the present moment simply by breathing. If I am feeling anxious or worried, I close my eyes and breathe in deeply as I picture myself filling up with white light. Then exhale and envision stress and tension leaving my body. In this moment, I am free to gently stretch and open my eyes, feeling refreshed, okay? This is an exercise that I would like for you guys to do. If you tend to have anxiety, okay, I'm sure, you may possibly deal with medications that assist with that. But if not, a breathing exercise like this could possibly really help you. Okay. Again, if I'm feeling anxious or worried, I close my eyes and breathe in deeply as I picture myself filling up with white light. Okay. Then exhale and envision stress and tension leaving my body. In this moment, I am free to gently stretch and open my eyes, feeling refreshed. Okay. Take the time to do that in the sense of, again, if this heartache of some sort is bringing you anxiety, again, of someone taking something you did, kind of in the wrong way and it wasn't your intention to do that, okay? Kind of recollect yourself and connect with that person in a very lighthearted and compassionate manner to understand their side of things, okay, and how their emotions were under the situation, okay, and receive whatever they tell you as far as how it affected them, okay, Pisces, and just reassure them that that is not what you intended for them, okay. Taking a breath. If it's someone who's very close to you, maybe offer to do this exercise with them, okay? Now, next message is loving friends, okay? Loving friends. We have sacral, we have solar plexus, and we have heart chakra. I surround myself with people who inspire me and grow together with me. My friends raise me up and hold me to the best that I can be. I am loved unconditionally and supported throughout my journey. I release old friendships which may be toxic or keeping me stagnant. Okay, so it is at times hard to let some people go. I think we kind of discussed this recently, and I think it might have been group 2, possibly, in regards to distancing from friends. I think it was in Virgo's reading, possibly. So if you have a placement in Virgo, you might want to go and check some of those out. But those who are close to you and help you grow as it states, and vice versa, are the type of friends that you definitely want to have around. If there's anyone around you that is providing some kind of toxicity, or you always feel like you're on pins and needles for whatever you say to them, then maybe it's time to kind of disconnect and let that friendship go, okay? Not just for your best health, but maybe for theirs, okay? And there's, all kinds of reasons. People are around for a reason or a season, okay? And so if you don't feel like, or feel like you have to, like I said at the beginning, feel like you have to change who you are to benefit this person, then it's a possibility that you need to distance yourself from them, okay? So it is not an easy thing to do, but you should be able to have friendships where you can easily talk to someone and hear them out on both ends and not just one-sided, okay? So just take that in mind, okay, Pisces? Keep that in mind. So we're going to now head into the sacred geometry for Pisces of what the outcome of the energy is. 2 messages get pulled here as well for Pisces. You can take either one for yourself or towards the situation again, or take both towards the situation and or person, okay? 3 shuffles here with 3 cuts. Okay, and we'll do 1 from the top and 1 from the bottom, okay? And so let's see where you guys are, Pisces. To start, realization, number 37, okay? Number 37. that equals out to 10, a form of an awakening happening, okay? Realization says the frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world, okay? 3, centering yourself. 7, inner strength, okay? Heart-centered truth speaks volumes to me in the sense of, being very pure. Thus, this white light that was mentioned in the breathing exercise, okay? Being your highest expression, meaning be who you are, okay? You should not have to sugarcoat nor really, do anything to conform to anyone's personal needs, okay? Again, in a situation of someone knowing how you are to begin with, if they couldn't deal with you to begin with, then they shouldn't be around at all, okay? It's one of those things. Again, no one should have to change who they completely are just to make someone else comfortable. But to a certain degree, when you're just meeting someone, you are who you are, and that's fine. But sometimes you have to refine, okay? Every now and again, for, again, reading your audience. If someone's not used to someone being a loudmouth, then I'm not saying you gotta, do like that episode of Seinfeld where the person was, obviously Jerry couldn't hear them, but they were like whispering or really actually mute, and he agreed to something that he shouldn't have agreed to. Just saying, you shouldn't have to, be that way. If that's who you are, that's who you are. But, I do believe in inside voices. I do believe in using your inside voice if that's the type of person you are. It could be a lot for someone who's maybe very introverted or very quiet and not really used to someone like that, okay? And so if you're very, you may not mean to come off that way, but you just portray yourself to be that way. Some people may think that's actually who you are, okay? So again, I don't want to get too deep into it. You guys got 2 more readings along with the rest of the Zodiac lineup for group 3. So, we've got plenty of time to explore this if it comes back up again, okay? But since this is the last of the series and you guys are locking up, you're kind of getting a little bit more than usual, okay? So, the last message here for you guys, Pisces, is delight, okay? Delight, all right? Number 19, equaling out to 10 again, okay? 1, intuition, 9, a completion, okay? Wrapping up a cycle, all right? Delight. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we invoke in others, okay? The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we invoke in others, okay? And so that here is going up underneath the loving friends, okay? And so you are happy with your circle and how it is now. You all mesh well with each other. Again, use your intuition. Maybe you don't need to add anyone else. You're fine where you are, okay? And maybe that's for someone in particular. Again, these are general messages, not personal. But where you are right now is perfect, okay? Whatever, if you're creating a group of elite intellects of some sort, then you don't need another addition, okay? Everything's fine the way it is. You may be trying too hard to promote yourself into something that you really don't need to right now. Let things come to you at will, okay? That's the best way that I can put it, okay? So use realization, the message in realization and in delight, as you will for yourself, Pisces. We have more to explore in 2 more readings. So until then, Peace.